Abuse in various forms is a daily reality for many Nigerian children, and only a fraction ever receive help. Violence and abuse on children are of grave concern because the perpetrators are not far from the children or from home. Statistics has shown that 6 out of every 10 children in Nigeria have suffered one or more forms of physical, sexual, mental or emotional violence before they reach 18. Mostly, these criminal and devilish acts often take place where the child should feel safe, such as home, school and places of worship. Sadly, the vast majority of children who pass through this ugly experience and their families never speak out. They are silenced by fear, shame, stigma and lack of knowledge of where to seek for appropriate help. Hence, fewer than 5% of children who are victims of violence, abuse and defilement ever get the help that they need to recover.
You are an ambassador of every child that you come across. You are there to be the voice of that child. You are there to help that child, to nurture that child to grow into a responsible adult tomorrow. Don't forget that whatever you made a child pass through today, you will get it tomorrow. Because that child will grow tomorrow to become something that you have formed him or her when she is young. I tell people, you don't plant orange tree and you expect to go and harvest avocado, pluck avocado from that tree. We destroy the children of today through the kind of treatment we give them, through the kind of abomination that is going on. And then when we finish all that, we think that tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will not be better when we have already destroyed the future of our tomorrow, which is our children. We have destroyed it by, making these children pass through what they should not pass through at their age. We harden them. We make them, become something that will not be beneficial to the society. So, my advice today to both the participants and anybody who cares to listen is that you are an ambassador of every child, and whatever you turn a child to be today will be what that child will be tomorrow in the society.
The Cardinal Onaikun Foundation for Peace, COFP, in tackling this issue, organized a one-day capacity building workshop on ending violence and abuse against children, Evac, for parents, teachers and caregivers on Thursday, 29 September 2022 in Abuja. The aim of the program was to educate the participants on how to protect, report, support victims and safeguard children against violence and abuse. The training was attended by 34 leaders and representatives from 20 selected schools, mosques and churches within the FCT.
We are encouraging every parent to keep on to take care of their children because it's their responsibility. Both religions have acknowledged the fact that when you give birth to a child, it's your responsibility to take care of that child. Every child has a right, just like an adult. So when you give birth to children, when children are being kept under your care, as a teacher, as a caregiver, as a parent, you are required to take care of the children in accordance with natural justice, equity, and good conscience.
The National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons and Other Related Matters, NAPTIP, was invited to give expertise training on this, in addition to the insightful presentations made by COFP Foundation team on pertinent issues that border around child abuse, corporal violence and punishment, and child rights, to mention a few.
The way forward is that 1, sensitization. 2, let the government and the service providers also come up with a way of empowering these women who are taking care of children, who have no means of taking care of these children. Let our schools, the government schools, be functional. Let children return back to school to ensure children go to school. Let school curriculum also carry out these messages of violence against persons, way of how it comes and how it's been prevented among children.
The training further reviewed the role of major stakeholders in handling such cases and totally condemned any acts of child labor, abuse and trafficking against children.
I never knew that child abuse is so deep like this until after sitting here for almost a whole day. I am so much educated. I don't know how much I can pay for this. I don't know how much, whether any of us can pay, how many we were charged to pay a fee for learning what we have learned today. Well, I want to say that we cannot thank this organization enough for this selfless service. This is how nations are built. When I was watching the burial of the Queen of England, I used to wonder, why is that UK, very small island that is very powerful like this? Now I know, because this is the way to go about it. I want to say thank you very much. The seed you have sown today will germinate and produce not 30-fold, not 60-fold, but 100-fold. The first thing I heard when I entered here was, the first statement was that the society is a product of the seed we have sown as a people. So if we have terrorists today, kidnappers, unknown gunmen, and Boko Haram, it is what we have sown that we are reaping. I think this is the answer to those problems. This is the solution. This is the way for peace for our country, Nigeria.
The workshop ended with a presentation of certificates to the participants, who could not hide their joy for being among the selected and for the opportunity to build their capacity to become child ambassadors.